Ever feel like you're just caught in a whirlwind, juggling a million things, constantly distracted? Yeah, you are definitely not alone. So today, we're going to dive into the core wisdom from the calm within and pull out some really practical ways to find your center in this crazy, chaotic world we live in.
You know, if that question right there just hits you in the gut, you are in exactly the right place. It honestly feels like we're in a high-speed chase all the time, right? A chase of demands, pressures, distractions. So, what's really behind this feeling of being constantly overwhelmed? Let's break it down. Okay, first up, a huge piece of the puzzle is this digital deluge we're all swimming in. It's that constant, never-ending stream of pings, notifications, emails, and social media alerts. It leaves you feeling like you can never, ever truly unplug. And then there's this. The lines are just gone, aren't they? When your living room is also your office, that boundary between your professional life and your personal life gets super blurry, making it almost impossible to really feel like you've clocked out for the day.
Really, what's underneath all of this is our 24/7 connectivity. There's this unspoken rule now that we should always be on, always available, and let me tell you, that is a massive drain on our energy and a huge driver of modern stress.
So yeah, you put all these things together, and it really does feel like a modern stress epidemic. But you know what they say. To beat the enemy, you have to understand the enemy. So let's take a look at what's actually happening under the hood.
And here is such a key insight. Stress is not a personal weakness. It is a hardwired survival mechanism. It's your body's ancient fight-or-flight system kicking into gear. And get this, your brain doesn't really know the difference between a tiger in the bushes and an overflowing email inbox. It just perceives a threat and floods your system with hormones like adrenaline and cortisol to get you ready for action. And it's really helpful to know that not all stress is the same. First, you've got acute stress. That's the quick jolt you feel right before a big meeting, or that heart-in-your-throat moment you almost drop your phone. Then there's chronic stress. This is the one that sticks around from long-term pressures, like a demanding job. It's like this low hum of anxiety in the background that just won't shut off. But the trickiest one might be hidden stress, the kind that quietly builds from unresolved stuff, affecting you when you don't even know why.
All right, so we've got a handle on the problem. Now let's pivot to the solution. And the central idea of the calm within is so powerful. True peace doesn't come from trying to change everything out there, but from strengthening everything in here. This quote really just gets to the heart of it all. The goal isn't to get rid of stress entirely. I mean, come on, that's not realistic. The goal is to build such a calm, solid inner foundation that you can handle life's inevitable ups and downs with so much more ease.
And one of the most powerful tools we have for building this inner strength is mindfulness. It sounds complicated, but it's really not. It's the simple practice of just being fully present, of noticing what's happening right now, your thoughts, your feelings, the world around you, without getting tangled up in judging it all as good or bad. And hey, this isn't just some fluffy, feel-good idea. The benefits are real and they're measurable. People who practice mindfulness regularly see lower stress levels, much sharper focus, and genuinely improved moods. Think of it like strength training, but for your mind.
So understanding the why is great, but now it's time to get into the how. This next part is all about your personal toolkit, a bunch of practical techniques you can literally start using today to find some more mental clarity.
Let's start with something you can do right this second. Deep breathing. It's so simple, but it is incredibly effective. Find a quiet spot, gently inhale through your nose for about 4 seconds. Hold it for a few seconds, and now a long, slow exhale through your mouth for about 6. Just doing that a few times can literally flip this switch on your body's relaxation response. It's a reset button for your nervous system that you can press anytime, anywhere. That deep breathing is actually a perfect gateway into meditation. And the best part is, there's a style for absolutely everyone. You can start super simple, just focusing on your breath for 5 minutes. Or maybe you'd like following along with a guided meditation. The point is, there's no right or wrong way, you just gotta find what clicks for you. Another amazing tool is visualization. It works because your brain responds to a vivid imagination almost as if it's real. So when you create this detailed picture in your mind of a calm, peaceful place, thinking about what you'd see, what you'd hear, what you'd feel, you can actually guide your body into a state of relaxation and just watch those worries start to float away.
I love this way of thinking about emotional intelligence. It's not just about being polite. It really is like having a superpower. It's the ability to actually see and understand your own feelings and the feelings of others. And that skill is absolutely essential for managing stress and building stronger connections.
But our mental state isn't just about what's happening in our heads. Our physical habits play a massive role. So this next part is all about that powerful link between your body and your mind. Because honestly, when it comes to well-being, they are an inseparable team.
And leading the charge here is sleep. Seriously, sleep is the superhero of mental health. It is not an indulgence you earn, it is fundamental. While you're sleeping, your brain is working overtime, processing emotions, consolidating memories, and literally cleaning house. If you cut corners on sleep, you're directly impacting your mood, your focus, and your ability to handle even minor stresses.
The food you eat also has a direct hotline to your brain. Nutrients from things like fatty fish, berries, and whole grains can actually boost brain function and help stabilize your mood. On the flip side, a diet that's heavy in processed foods and sugar can fuel inflammation and really take a toll on your mental clarity.
And of course, we can't forget movement. Look, the goal isn't to become a marathon runner overnight. It's about finding joy in moving your body. It doesn't have to be some intense, grueling workout. A simple walk, taking the stairs, even a 2-minute dance break in your kitchen. It all makes a huge difference. The key is just doing it consistently and finding something that feels good to you.
Okay, so we've looked at the challenges of modern life, and we've built a whole toolkit of strategies to find that inner calm. Now it's time to talk about actually putting it all into practice, because your journey really does start right now. And remember, the goal here is progress, not perfection.
I want you to think of all these techniques, the breathing, the mindfulness, the healthy habits, as your own mental Swiss Army knife. They're not just theories in a book. They're real, practical tools that you can pull out and use anytime you need to give yourself a little support.
And maybe the most important advice of all is to be consistent and to be compassionate with yourself. This is a practice, not a performance. Every single small step you take is a victory. Did you manage to take 5 deep breaths today? That is a win, and it's a win that's absolutely worth celebrating.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about. You don't need some grand, elaborate plan. Just what's one small step, one tiny thing you can do today to start building your own calm within. Thanks so much for joining me.